Hey guys, this is Tigers coming back to you with Craftymon. And today we're going to be doing a couple of different things. One of those things is going to be the same thing we've done the last couple of weeks. But another one of those things is, I mentioned last episode about making a lava farm, and so I was like, I'll stick it down by the by where the iron farm is. But then I was like, do I really want to have it all the way down there? And so I started then thinking, okay, instead of sticking it down there, why don't I make space in my base? So this is where I'm gonna try and pull it. It should just be, what, 3 blocks? Because I can theoretically dig the thing into the ground, so I should be able to fill it in there. If not, I will just renovate the ceiling, but basically I've just spent a couple... It didn't take me that long, I just spent digging this place out for a decent bit. Basically, guys, if you don't know what this area was, it was where I was getting my doorway from, like... I was then also kind of tempted to chuck it down here. But one, this is only three high. And while, yes, I could 100% go higher, I could 100% go a lot more higher compared to... I mean, compared to this where I can't. I can go lower for this, but I can't go higher. So, I'm going to try and make it work. If I have to, I'll just dig into the ground. But the reason that giant room down here is, guys, this is where, like, granted, I also do need to dig out this a bit, because this feels like, that feels long and stretched. That feels way too close. This where this where I basically went and got the resource I need for today. Now, if you've seen the last couple episodes, then you would know exactly what I'm doing. I probably will just spend one more episode doing this, but I got a shit ton of cobblestone, and I was going to check a bunch of it into my ender chest until I realized, oh, it's full. And I also got a bunch more stone. I've slightly repaired my fortune pickaxe, because that was literally what I was using, but either way. Also, guys, at the time of recording, it's Wednesday, I have seen the recent episode of Invincible, episode 5, and oh my god, it was amazing. I will talk more about it in Craftymon on Saturday. Not Craftymon, in tomorrow's episode. Because again, this will be on Friday, so I'll talk more about it on Saturday's Monster Hunter. For the simple reason of, yeah, I've not finished filming that yet. Now, guys, the reason I've not finished filming that yet is because before people go, hold on, wait, don't you record that at the beginning of this week? Like, wouldn't that be like recorded at Monday? Normally, yes, but because of a bunch of grinding I've had to do, I've only I can't be asked to walk all the way down there. I've only recently got up to the right levels because Sunday I took off. Like, Sunday I ended up not recording due literally just down to the simple case of I was almost at 40. I was like 38 to 39, and I was like, nope. I think I was at like 30. I might have actually been even at 36. I think it was like 37. I think it was around there. I don't think it was 39 because I would have carried on otherwise. And I was just at that point, I was like, nope. Like, I'd spent all day Sunday grinding. Like, I'd say all day. I spent several hours on Sunday grinding. At that point, I was just sort of like, no, I need a break. Which is why I have said, I am taking a week off from Monster Hunter. It'll be after Saturday's video, as long as Saturday's video does come out, because basically, for the reason Saturday's video does not come out, guys, there's one hunt that I still need to get done. Now, technically speaking, Saturday's video can come out because I do actually have enough recording for it. But at the same point, it's not gonna be a fun video. Otherwise, because basically, guys, I spent what 2-ish hours trying to basically deal with the, level 50 hunt. And trust me, it did not go well. Now, a couple points in the video, I don't know whether this will actually make it into the video because I think this was in the second half recordings and I might not use them. I was basically going, oh, please have them both. Please have, the one final, because it's like a 2 versus 1 situation. Please have them so low that I can basically just flick them. And half of that was coming true. I did join several hunts, but it was only one. Just because I want some space in my inventory. Now, what I am also going to do is go straight to the middle. And guys, basically, for a good while, I was basically just going to turn this into a house. A giant castle. Now, I potentially might end up still doing that and having it sort of like a smaller castle in the middle. But I think for now, what I'm going to have is like a bunch of animals just around the place and have it like be a mini zoo. Just because I think that's going to be cool. Now, doesn't mean I'm going to be spending several episodes tracking my creatures. Yes. But I won't be doing a whole video. I will have, say, tanks with fish. Then I'll have like a nice little aquarium part. I'll have some camels. I might say have 1 or 2 dogs and cats just sort of roaming. I say roaming just sort of around, but I probably won't. Like sea life, I'll know a lot. I will basically just try and chuck into a thing. And just to make my life slightly easier, basically by marking all this out now, it makes my life much more easy in the long haul. Now guys, I've already decided what I'm going to be doing for the bridge. It's going to be wood. I've not decided on what yet, because part of me's like, do something like do oak and just have it traditional, because I could do slabs. I probably will end up doing slabs because, quite frankly, it'd be so much cheaper. Like, the only reason, I'm doing this in the first place is I had 3 double chests full of cobblestone. Trust me when I say for the middle, I might end up, using stone, which I don't think would look too bad. Now guys, what I will do is I'll basically just do the outline. I will then fill in this area and then cut back to it because it's not too much. I can get the base done for it within the next couple of weeks. But again, I did also promise to make a lava farm. I've got the things I needed. The one annoyance. I mean, the fact that it was only, what, 2 blocks? Like, I was only 2 blocks off. I will take that. But like, seriously, only being 2 blocks off. Okay, this is much more easy to keep track of. Because in Younger Season 1, super iconic again, because Clark doesn't even know until like the finale that, you know, Connor's last name is Kent. Oh, apparently I took stone in there too. Jeez. Yeah, like Superman, like Clark Kent didn't know until right near the end of like season 1, and it kind of just feels more impactful. And like, it also makes a lot more sense. Like, Invincible being connected with Spider-Man, great power comes great responsibility, all that lot. And another connection I didn't know about was the symbiote suit. I will do a couple more moves just while I finish basically saying what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know it was like the dark and blue suit was basically the equivalent of Invincible symbiote suit. Now it makes a lot more sense. He did become a lot more dark and edgy in this, but I don't necessarily think you can blame the suit. Like, in Spider-Man, yes, the symbiote suit is why Pete starts being more aggressive. It's literally telling him to. But in Invincible, it comes down to the simple fact of, because I don't know how many people who would willingly see what he did and not instantly be like, okay, I'm no longer pulling my punches. Like, in season 1, his own father kicks his ass just for not siding with him. And in season 2, Inissa kicks his ass for going against the Virtual Empire. In season 3, I mean, also in season 2, Angstrom Levy almost kills Nemi, tries to, and also tries to eliminate Oliver. You know, Invincible's mother and brother, let's say son, mother and brother, and season 3, Conquest, you know, almost kills you know, Eve, almost killed Oliver. If he'd found out about his mother, would have killed her. The only reason Oliver survived was because of his Ultimate DNA, and the only reason Adam Eve survived was literally down to the fact of how her powers function. So, which is why that like I will briefly say now, their rematch was so glorious. Like, that's really so good. It's like, if you've not seen episode 5, go watch it. Damn it. And like, I don't blame the blue and black suit, because I don't think you can turn around and blame a suit for someone seeing hell and not wanting to let the hold of man. Now, do I think he should have taken a look and been like, okay, all I'm thinking of now is murder. I probably should just take a look in the mirror. I do agree with Cecil on a point of, kid, let me make the tough decisions. Because Cecil gave up sleeping, in his own words, he said, I gave up sleeping years ago, so why the Guardians don't make the calls. I do, so they can sleep and have a conscience. Cecil respects the fact of someone like Mark who's willing to stand up to him and call him out on his bullshit. Now, there are people that Cecil will work with because he knows it's the best chance to save the world, to save the planet. But he doesn't mean he likes doing it. Like Sinclair, he would 100% let someone like Mark, like Invincible, just beat the shit into him, or bloody chuck him in a bloody hole and, you know, chuck bloody dynamite on top of it, or do any sort of terrible thing to him. But he doesn't, because he knows his inanimate are a great war option, a great option to protect the planet. So, when you see so much trauma, you'd stop thinking about pulling punches. So I don't really blame him for that. But the fact that at the end of episode 4, he just goes, pops and gets like, because his tailor heals a lot of superhero suits. Full on says, I figured you might be one on this at some point, like, and just does his old suit. He flies back, just grabs it, and he's like, you can just tell that I forgot his name. That dude's just like sort of gets it and whatnot. And that we just see like a good like a minute or 2 minutes of Invincible just sort of flying around, just being happy. Which I will say now, we've not seen him happy for a good while. No, I don't mean the fact that he's not been happy. I mean to a point where he can just sort of relax. Because yes, he was happy when he started dating Eve. He was happy when he started dating Amber. But he's not really been happy, properly happy, since like season 1. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go back to finishing this. I'll get this all done, and then I will be back as soon as that's all done. So, I'll see you once it's done. So, guys, we're back. I've not done all of it, but I've done a good bit. Like, after I literally fill in these last couple holes, but I've done a good bit. Like, I've done a good bit on here. I've done a bit down there because I hadn't done the other side, and to be honest, I didn't count how far it was. Like, I did not know how, like, lengthwise how long it was. And so I basically then spent a good, what, 10, probably 5-10 minutes just basically going and being like, right, okay, so that's how big that is. And then second guessing myself, like, every time. And but in the end, basically, there should, I mean, I say this, that from like that corner, from like the corner all the way up and around, like not that side, so from where the path is like separated, it's like it's 2 stacks and 10, 120, 138 blocks. So yes, so if anyone does say yes, this is a very massive build. So the one time I don't want to be building underneath is the one time I can. Okay, that's why. I also have had to pop back to the house to get more cobblestone because I did run out. And so I'll do a little bit more, but like it's not going to get finished now. Like, it's 100% not going to. Like, it's a massive build. Also, another reason is, like, I don't really want to be spending, like, too long, because basically, guys, as long as I can get Craftymon finished and film within a decent amount of time, I should have enough time to basically at least go and do a few attempts against the one big Elder Dragon that's causing me a pain in the ass to actually get Saturday's video out. And I don't really have much like time because I have a couple nights, because again, filming this Wednesday, so I have a couple nights I can kind of do this. So, like, I have after filming this, I have Thursday, and I potentially have Friday, but then that's it. So, and even then, I don't know fully well if I do. Because usually when I expect to basically be free is usually the point where I get a message being like, hey, we're meeting up this week. Although I say that, I was messaged a couple of weeks ago on a random Saturday. And I don't know whether the message was from that Saturday or not, never got a response back. But like I say, guys, I'll finish this off and then I'll show from an aerial view. Just go up a bit higher. But yeah, so like that line all the way like along there, it's like 138 because it's 2 stacks and 10. And 2 stacks are 128, so plus the 10's 138. And from up here, it does not look that big. I also filled in that gap because I was like, yeah, might as well. But it doesn't look that big. I also did a couple of rows on there because I needed to figure that out, and that just took a few attempts before I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, 100% happy with that. But for overall progress, I'm not unhappy with how long, but like, it's starting to get to the point where, guys, if I, like, next week's episode, if I don't have at least most of this done, and like I can start basically working on the insides, then I will basically spend a couple hours outside episode. But I shouldn't need to. Now time to go make this llama farm, or at least attempt to. Also, guys, something I did start thinking about was like last week's title. Technically, like not like because it's one of those cases where it's like technically not clickbait because I was lost in the nether, but I also had an alternative way around it. But like, yeah, that's how much cobblestone I have left. So I could do at least another 2 rows. But what I will basically do is basically start this. So what I do need are cauldrons, which I got the iron for, and then lava above it. Now, I'm not going to straight up make 32 now. I'll take a couple stacks. Never mind, I might actually make... Also, guys, in between episodes, I've got a load of copper from mining. I think I also got a bit of iron. I did. In between episodes, I've basically been like, no, I don't need to fill these up. I've now gone and filled them up. I was putting off from doing it, I don't know why. If I do... No, if I do a full black, like, row... Yeah, so no, I am gonna... Because I can't full on raise the ceiling because I would basically be getting rid of this room. And I don't want to, but instead... But yeah, guys, there's also a load of water under here. Which is kind of nice. I say kind of nice. Kind of wasn't the worst thing to find out until I flooded the room twice. Because, guys, you can very much get access to... I don't really want to... They're going, why can't I see anything? Yeah, like, it's literally basically just under that. Completely being like, why can't I? And it's like, oh, wait, no, I was smart. Like, literally just bare case of, I was smart this time. Actually, I can make this work. Now, I don't want to do that. But what I do want to know is... Because, guys, I've never made one. I say I've never one. I don't think I've ever made one. Okay, so I can just go and chuck a bunch of glass. No, fuck it, I will do the whole room. Like I said, guys, this was literally where I basically was just getting Dorite because... What did I need it for again? There was something. There was full on something that I needed it for. Hmm. See, I'm really questioning how I'm going to put the lava in. See, if I moved it down 2 layers... What I'm not going to do it now, I just need basically just something. I'm going to test to see if this works first. if this does work, I will do a multi-scale thing where I full on do a glass roof. I potentially might end up just making this thing outside. Right, time to go make a bunch of buckets. I'm taking a stack of iron, and whatever iron... I'll take a couple buckets, I'll take a couple sets of buckets, I can put them down in a chest. See, I think the smart choice, potentially, would be to put signs along this full row. See, that does look nicer. But I probably will just go and put signs. What do I need to make signs again? Guys, I promise I'm not a noob when it comes to Minecraft. So, guys, we are back. That did take slightly longer than expected, but for the most part, done with that. Now, bigger question, where the hell did I leave my ender chest? And also, guys, as you can see, it's already working. Like, I've been in another for... Like, I've been, like, back and forward. Now, because this is working, I might also just repeat this onto that side. And potentially just bring them all in by one, but I don't know. But yeah, I might just end up repeating them. But like, again, they are literally working. I've got 5 already. So, I probably will just switch to renewable fuels. Because now I have the energy source. Now, the only dangerous and the annoying part is, well, the lava could potentially spread to like the snow. I'm not planning on keeping the snow golems up here. Like, I do plan to move them into a nicer place. At some point. I had forgot about them. But I do plan to move them. The Manchester's not there. Did I leave it at the site? Like I say, I didn't even need, like, 16 buckets worth. And my axe and shovel. Like, my fortune pickaxe, that'll get fixed by itself. Now, if my ender chest isn't in the house... Did not thought I had a space in there, but okay. Oh, I didn't, but... Yeah, okay, yeah. Not in there. That's just that. It's not in there. And again, yeah, I know I have way too much copper. And I'm going to turn a good portion of it into our blancs. Ah, that was all of it. That makes that look so much more neater. It's not in there. It's not in there. It's not there. It's not down here. Did I chuck it down? Okay, I have no idea. Basically, guys, I'll double check through the footage when editing. And if I find where it is while editing, I will note it and then come back and grab it after I finish editing. Like, no idea. Not in there. Or there. I think this last, like, chest I went into. Also, guys, been meaning to say this. For anyone who doesn't think I did use the skulls, I did. They're not in here. And I've, again, I've literally gone through every chest right now. Like, seriously, what on earth did I do with them? It's not in there. All there. Right, okay, that's weird. Like I said, guys, I'll double check back through the footage probably straight after this, but I don't know where my ender chest is. But anyway, if you are new around it, please like, comment, subscribe. I know I keep forgetting to say it earlier, but again, this is Tiger sign off, and I'll see you next time. Bye.